77 game ones of our top bracket of the playoffs.
Yeah, so, just take a look at some of the emblems. Best player already has this Impure Rage. So he's not going to be able to have kind of that great of a clear, especially compared to, let's say, Concussive Blast, which does a little bit more AoE damage, but definitely a little bit more higher burst in terms of that first skill. Definitely going to help in terms of getting the objective, which Fredrin does so well. Right, and we do have a few quantum charges on the side of A77 Matilda with that very, very fast mobility. Emblems look relatively, standard across the board. The Wilderness Blessing on both the roams and even the mages, and of course, a lot of the tanky. But this Fredrin supports emblem. We've seen this actually from A77 last week. This time around, best player is going to be taking this support emblem Fredrin. It's kind of this like assassin focus where he's fast on the cooldowns, has the high burst from the Impure Rage, but he's probably going to lead up to something like a Brute Force for some more mobility, more damage, and just a little bit more kind of like brawl momentum early on.
Ooh, I was about to say a little Tarzan saw the trio of Gaming Gladiators that's been so lethal for a lot of teams. The rotations by them have been instrumental in a lot of the success of Gaming Gladiators. Saw that very early, got the heck out of dodge. Thought about that minion, but already Area 77 pressing their advantage into Gaming Gladiators jungle a little bit to try to refuse a little bit of that jungle, but coming up on the game's first turtle.
Yeah, and honestly, with the Boxia pick at the very end, Boxia typically likes to deny at least 1 or 2 minions from the side of GG. But before that, though, some engagements.
Yeah, Jake Cutie took a heck of a lot of damage from Fly Chicken here. Shark flickers, but is not going to be getting away from Tarzan. Is that going to go ahead and flex out this fight, though, for the turtle? Jake Cutie very low. Best player tried to chase, but not able to get the handle on it. And we're still fighting at the turtle. Best player 1v2 right now, does succeed in resetting this turtle right now.
Yeah, great skirmish coming out from the side of A77. They are still down in terms of the overall goal, but they're able to pick up a kill there. Shark does not have Flicker, but is level 4 ready.
Ooh, and a flicker comes out. Best player able to secure the game's first turtle. JQT does decide not to complete that circling eagle. Goes ahead, creates a little bit of distance, but still trying to get a little bit of that vision. Gets caught by Hoon with some CC. Takes about 50% of his damage there and does get out. I want to say right now a kill for Area 77, but objective going over to Gaming Gladiators.
Yeah, and it does seem like, the Minotaur and the Vexana paired with together at level 4. It's a little bit too much for the Luyi and the Matilda, right? These two picks are very, very mobility focused, divergent. Second skill on Matilda, very, very fast heroes. So, the side of A77, they may opt to kind of just give away the first 2 turtles, get the farms going. Roger has a great mid game, especially when we get to kind of like that 8-minute power spike when you have 2 items. They're going to be dealing a lot of damage. So maybe just waiting until the second or even the 3rd turtle to look for an engagement might be the strategy that A77 has. On the other hand, Gaming Gladiators definitely looking for that bully ball. Shark early on already. Even though dying early on and trading that flicker early, they were still able to secure that objective with pretty much no problem at all.
Yeah, it felt like the reset. Oh, actually, here, JQ in a little bit of trouble. Circling Eagle around, gets himself to safety. Best player not going to be able to complete that, as it does look like. I mean, right now, a lot of, I want to say, safe plays right now. Areas. Oh my God, Mark Cutie. As I say that, underneath the tower, Gaming Gladiators able to find a kill onto Mark Cutie.
I do want to point out that I'm a little bit worried about the side of A77's draft. Just because the fact that, one, they didn't get the aggressive turtle early on, and with picks like Roger, especially in the gold lane, he's able to kind of just bully. Look at this, like he's able to take this lane out by himself. His power spike is early on. On the other hand, A77 kind of their other 4 people, but before that,
Minoan Fury comes out, does catch 2 members. You can see Tarzan getting a good distance. JQT with the circling eagle, 10% left onto this turtle. Shark a little bit low. Fly Chicken in the midst and fray of Area 77 is able, best player gets a kill onto JQT. You do see the Appraiser's Wrath come down. Yureshi is low. Tarzan trying to create some distance, get to the safety of his tower. They only take one death there, and Gaming Gladiators another. Oh, actually, no, that turtle went to Area 77, and Gaming Gladiators this time taking the kills.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was a 1-for-1 trade for both teams. Both supports left the map. But the side of A77 were able to get the objective this time around. But going back to kind of what I'm worried about is that they don't really have the CC late game to be able to, you know, kind of set up for great fights, you know, compared to, you know, the double knockup coming out from the Minotaur, from the Fredrin. It's a little bit hard for the side of A77 to set up. But I do think they have a few things that are quite in favor of them, right? The Divergent, the Matilda, which is so fast, the Matilda Drink Water, that's even a different element before that. But Tarzan here.
Yeah, Tarzan came in there, was followed by the Yin Yang and passive damage that comes from Marcutie there with that low Yi, putting a heap of damage on the Gaming Gladiators mid laner there to provide them now rotating up to the top. Into the purple jungle of Tarzan here. Best player comes in there, is not able to get the retry onto the purple buff. Tarzan still able to secure it, but already you're seeing those little signs of life as best player getting very confident.
Yeah, and you know, the side of A77, what I'm worried about is this Rithel, not significantly strong early on, but the later the game goes, especially with the mobility that she has, it's going to be quite hard for things, for like short range mages like the Louis or Boxia, where he has to get up and personal, even the Barats. Like, it's going to be hard to be able to kind of pin him down and lock him in a position, but JQT getting pinned by himself, pops the Purify, so no Purify available for the next objective for JQT.
And before this turtle fight starts, I just want to say, like, one thing that I've noticed, Marcutie really hasn't been able to utilize that diversion. You can see JQT in a little bit of trouble here. Tarzan coming into the back for the rescue here. Damage being laid on by Marcutie with that passive. Best player very low, is going to go ahead and dash himself to safety, but Flying Chicken into the back lines finds himself a kill on to JQT.
Yeah, I mean, Fried Chicken coming out from the backside, able to, you know, zero out JQT in that team fight. There was like, you know, a front fight happening, a back fight happening, and you can see, you know, Fried Chicken sneaking on to the backside. But ISO able to pick up the top tower against Zia. This is something that we've kind of seen it coming, right? You know, the Roger going up against the Rithel, just the significant early game that he has is just a little bit too much to handle. So definitely getting the top tower is great for A77. They have the tower's advantage, seeing if they could get the control over the jungle when it's leading up to the very first Lord now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's right now it's about Area 77 kind of needing to press their advantage here. Shark in a little bit trouble, 50% down. You can see JQT well in the back lines. They hone in on him. They sense blood in the water. Tarzan coming in for the save onto the back part of best player. Fried Chicken gonna find and secure the kill onto JQT. Lord is up, and this actually might set Area 77 back a bit. You see a lot of CC coming onto Tarzan. Fried Chicken coming onto the backside, looking to help out things there. Appraiser's Wrath is down 10% on Tarzan with a pop-up with the Minoan Fury, and Fried Chicken finds another kill as they are chasing down Yureshi.
Yeah, a great use of skills from the side of Gaming Gladiators, just stacking it right on top of Tarzan. And Tarzan and Yureshi, those are two big, wonky, tough targets. Lots of defense, lots of health. And the side of GG able to kind of just rotate with their spells and able to get both of those kills. But before, Shark.
Yeah, you see the Lycan Pounce does go on there now, setting his sights onto Zia, slapping on with that damage. Best player is alone. I believe he was able to secure that Lord, now trying to get away. ISO on the hunt, finds himself another kill. So 2 kills for 1 Lord. And they're gonna press some, they're gonna pressure onto this mid tower. So I want to say this is an up for Area 77 right now.
That's a most definite up for the side of A77. Although GG was able to get the Lord, they did drop 2 players down. Even best player was taken out there. Now, the Lord is marching down on the top side. They should be able to get like a small 5-man siege going on. It is the first objective here, but A77 already with 2 towers in the game. Now it's, you know, it's deciding fact to see if A77, if they're able to defend this Lord, if they can just, you know, drop 1 tower, defend the rest. That might be a pretty good up for the side of them, but a Rithel scales so well into the late game, and Roger is just going to get weaker and weaker as items are being stacked up by both teams. I feel like A77 now is the time, if they really want to shine, to be able to get a good convincing team fight, get the deny coming in, because I feel like GG, they're just going to be able to scale, especially with that frontline defense, that lockdown CC coming out from the Minnow, from the Fredrin. It's going to be quite tough for the side of A77 to be able to handle.
Yeah, and I'm kind of noticing a lack of utilization of this diversion. We're really not using Lu Yi to like her maximum potential here, and that's 2 towers down for Area 77. They were able to get one at the bottom lane there. ISO able to secure that. So I still want to say just narrowly kind of edging in favor of Area 77, but you're right. As this goes later and later, Area 77 is going to have just a tougher time with these engagements. As I talk about that, Tarzan gets caught. A lot of pop-ups there, 50%, and the guiding win able to get him to safety. Lu Yi putting on the damage with a lot of that passive damage. Zia being chased down. Are they going to be able to find him? No. Zia kicks in the Nas and is able to get himself to safety.
Yeah, I mean, the side of A77, they do have the raw element of the divergent, right? The ability to kind of go across maps, defend the side lanes, get those 1 versus 1 situations into like a 1 versus 3. Take a look at some of the in-game equipments. Roger already up about 1k gold, has the BOD endless battle, so very, very high burst. Not very traditional in terms of the build. A lot of the people, they like to go for something like a DHS Golden Staff Corrosion. This time around, opting for a little bit more in terms of that burst damage. I think it's quite good. It adds a lot of physical damage that the side of A77 is, you know, quite lacking here. But the gold lead is still very, very close onto both sides. This is something we really like to see in NACT private, right? Like long, drawn out games, 33k, 233ks, low kill score, right? It's very macro heavy, and you know, these two teams are definitely very strong in terms of the macro sense, the strategies, getting those banana split push, getting those, you know, numbers in advantage. It's just going to be a great game to watch here.
One thing I noticed when I saw those items up there is that on the side, Shark does not have the flask yet, and they're already able to kind of really hold their own right now with a lot of these fights. Once he gets that flask, you're gonna, I want to say you're gonna start seeing a little bit of a tip in the how these team fights are gonna start being happening here for Area 77, because you're gonna have a lot of shielding coming there. Reshi just misses that Detna's welcome there onto best player. Circling Eagle onto best player. Is he going to continue it? He does not. Shark looking for an opportunity. Minnow and Fury catches 2 members. Another pop-up by Hoon on the side. Tarzan goes in, takes a heap of damage, is able to get himself to safety. The rest, you can see Mark Cutie does not get away. And best player scoops up his saving grace there. The Lord for the side of Gaming Gladiators.
The way that GG has set up that team fight is so beautiful. They had Shark kind of in the front side zoning 3 to 4 members, and you had Tarzan, you know, deep into GG's lineup, but unable to get the peel that he was looking for. Completely just bursted out in that whole entire team fight. Now GG looking for a 5-man siege.
Yeah, big pop-ups coming, circling Eagle. Zia able to find a kill on to Ureshi. They are enforcing their will. Only 3 members left. Mark Cutie back up now, looking to put onto the damage, maybe be able to punish some of the Gaming Gladiators. Looking for a defense here. Best player looking for the taunt right now. Lord is at the enemy gates. Down comes the Appraiser's Wrath. Does not find a kill there, but Mark Cutie gets killed by Hoon there. Half health onto this base. First game gonna go to Gaming Gladiators.